Well, in her speech today, Theresa May claimed that while immigrants could fill skills gaps, not every person, she said, coming to Britain right now is a skilled electrician, engineer or doctor. She then went on to claim that at best, the net economic effect of high immigration was close to zero. But the Institute of Directors said that the myth of the job-stealing immigrant was nonsense. Our economics correspondent Andy Verity has been examining the facts.
This is Brent in northwest London, where well over half the people of working age are immigrants. Across the whole country, the number of immigrants rose to 636,000 in the year to March, while emigrants leaving dropped to 307,000. So do the people of Brent think Theresa May's right to say immigration has forced thousands out of the job market?
My father came over here and there'd be signs up saying no Irish, no blacks and no dogs, and they did work hard to get themselves established and worked, and these people coming in, make no mistake about it, the majority of them are hard-working, decent people, but it just isn't enough to go round.
Well, there's too many people, but they're all working and paying their tax, isn't it?
In theory, if you increase the supply of labour, that means there are more people looking for work, which could make it harder for any individual job seeker to find a job, unless the number of jobs is going up too. Because immigrants, of course, don't just work, they also spend money. And that creates extra demand for goods and services, which can grow the economy and create new jobs. So what's the evidence about who's getting those new jobs? The number of British nationals in work rose by 84,000 in the year to June, but the number of non-British workers from the EU rose by 250,000. But that doesn't mean immigrants are taking British jobs. A study last year, co-authored by Theresa May's own department, the Home Office, found relatively little evidence that migration has caused statistically significant displacement of UK natives from the labour market when the economy was strong. There is some evidence, though, that immigration can depress wages for the lowest paid.
At the low end of the distribution, immigration did hold back wages, but the effects are very small. So wages over the period we consider increased by 3% in real terms. Immigration held back wages by about 0.7%. So that's a very small effect. Further up the distribution, however, immigration had a positive impact on wages.
The strongest criticism of Theresa May came from business.
The main reason it's irresponsible is that what sounds great at Conservative Party conference and will no doubt look well in the Daily Mail tomorrow is going to be on the front pages of the Times of India, the Bangkok Post, the Straits Times, and going to be sending a message across the world that says Britain doesn't like foreigners, and that's not actually the case.
Theresa May's wider claim is that high immigration can make a cohesive society impossible. That's hard to test against the facts, but in immigration, all too often, it's perception that counts. Andy Verity, BBC News.